All right, welcome to Camp Repelling COVID 2020 virtual camp. Today we're going to go over some repelling stuff. Usually we do all this stuff in person, but with things that are going on, we're going to show you this stuff, and hopefully it'll translate into you guys being able to see some of this gear and know exactly what it is when people start talking about it. You know what I forgot to do?
What?
We kind of forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh.
Went straight in.
I just went straight for it. The nerves of doing all the virtual stuff. I'm Bob. Been doing repelling since I was 16 years old. Did it just stop?
No, it's good. It's going.
It's still
the
going?
Screen
All
is
right.
going dark.
All right. Technical difficulty, my bad. Technical difficulties.
My name's Howard. Been repelling a couple years.
I'm Karen. I've been part of rappelling class, I don't know, Bob, since I was in diapers.
Probably. I think we put seats on you when you were in diapers. And standing in the back.
I'm Ashley. I've been helping with rappelling about 4 years now.
And
Did it as a camper.
Yep, most everybody here has done this as campers. PLK over here. I've been repelling again since I was, I think in 10th grade. And yeah, in and out of camp. As you can see, we are all trying to do the COVID 6-foot distancing. We're roughly that, give or take a little bit. So, is there anything else I'm missing?
No.
Hey, and welcome to the repelling class, COVID style 2020 virtual edition. We're going to go over some camp repelling safety rules. First of all, we're going to talk about our high five. We at camp now do a core value, which is really important to us. The first one is safety. That's very important to us, obviously, in repelling class. Second is respect. Third is promise. The fourth is our friendship. And 5 is fun. Now, if we don't have one of those, it kind of breaks up what our concept is, our core values for camp. You'll find a lot of these values in our camp repelling safety rules, which are as follows. So no running or horseplay on the repelling site. Everyone is responsible for the safety of everyone else on the repelling site. Always wear your helmet on the repelling site and gloves when on the rope. That's important. Always be aware of your surroundings. Look where you are stepping and standing. So always be constant. Make sure you're not standing on the rope. Make sure you're not in someone's way, but just make sure you're just being quiet. It's very important to know what's going on around you. Make sure if anyone needs help that you're helping. Never stand on the rope. That's important. Talking about the rope earlier, any dirt that gets into the rope will break it down and will cause the rope to become weak and cause accidents. We don't want that. Never stand on the rope, like we said, and then do not wear loose-fitting clothing, dangling jewelry, name tags, lanyards that will be caught in your rigging while rappelling. We do give haircuts. That has happened before. Ladies, don't have your hair pulled back. It's caught in the gear. That's something that will have to be done on the fly because it could hurt or injure someone if it continues to go into the gear.
With a dull pocket.
With a dull pocket, yes. There's no sharp ones allowed. Always tie long hair back so it's not caught in the rigging. Always follow the commands of the rappelling instructor. So the person that is in charge for the day, they will give all the instructions that need. That's why you need to be quiet when you're working and doing rappelling. So please be very attentive. Check and recheck your rigging. Then have the instructor check. So when you're getting your stuff all put on and you're making sure everything works, you're checking it, inspecting it, you're checking from your carabiners to even your seat being hooked up if it's tied or if it's a seat that's been provided where you just have to tighten buckle and straps. You know, you might need to tighten those 2 or 3 times to actually get to the right spot. That's why you want someone else checking your gear, not just you. It's very important because they will save your life. Never start a rappel until you shout on the rope. You should also hear the response
On belay.
That's important because that also lets them know we are doing this and we are serious about our activity. We need to make sure everyone is being open communication. Never distract or talk to a belayer when someone is on rope. So obviously you don't want to try to have a conversation with someone that's trying to take care of someone coming down the rope or someone watching someone going over for a rappel. Always leave the site cleaner than you found it. So when you're doing cleanup and afterwards, just like when you go camping or anytime you're outside in the woods, clean up everything that you where you've been. Any trail you think you might need to be cleaned back up, ropes be put away, but that needs to be 100% flawless. And then have fun. That's also, like I said, part of the core values is that's why we all still do it, is the fun factor of this is you get outside, you can have fun. That's why this is no fun for us, because we get to make a video and not actually do it with you guys.
Oh, my computer. Oh, never mind. It's
So
good.
just like Karen said, we're not dead yet. We'll hopefully see you soon. Camp 2020.
Whoop, whoop.
Talking about it. First thing we got some rope. Okay, rope comes in millimeters. It's multi-mantled. This stuff is dynamic rope, which means it's stretchy. We have webbing. Typically it comes in 1 inch. Pretty strong stuff. This is what we'll make our seats out of. You see it? Get a little closer. Pretty thin. So a little bit later on we'll go over some of that. Again, it comes in multiple sizes, and we cut it to whatever size we need. Figure 8. You see, does it look better here? Does it look better up here? We don't know yet. The figure 8 is some of our descending equipment. We also use it on some of our belay stuff, because what it does is as the rope goes through, it causes friction, and that friction slows the descent of the individual. And using it on belay, it is used to keep people from falling. Again, we're going to load it up. Again, we're going to start at the top, the larger hole here. The rope goes through the hole and just loops down around the small one. See? Whoop, whoop, there we go. And now you have the figure 8s loaded, and as the rope pulls through it, it creates friction and slows the descent. All right. We have carabiners. We have different types of carabiners. These are locking. A little nut on the end here. It locks it right up, so it keeps the gate from opening. Some people feel a little more secure with that, depending on what you're doing. It's not the quickest thing if you need to use it in a hurry. So then we have some standard ones. This is not a climbing carabiner.
Yes, it is.
This one's a climbing carabiner?
Yes, it is. It's for lead climbing.
Oh, it is. It's a black diamond.
Yep.
So this one's for lead climbing. Not something we'll use in class at the moment, but still kind of cool. You notice this one's got a little hook on it. I don't know if here. See the little hook? That hook is when it expands. When you put tension on it, it hooks and doesn't allow this gate to open. Again, another safety feature when this aluminum expands. These are standard ones. Again, this one's got a little different hooking system on it. It's got a little nub right here, and it hooks inside this little piece. I'm not sure how this is going to translate again, but we'll see what happens. Our pulleys, these are fun. Karen's moving.
I'm in the sun.
Karen's in the sun. So again, the pulleys, they load up really nice and easy on the rope. Just separate it, rope falls in, put it together, whoop, and then hook a carabiner to it. And now you have a rope going through the pulley. And we use these to do our zip lines, which we won't be doing today in class. Don't have a place to do it, and there's only the 4 of us. So this is some safety line or Pressix. Really cool stuff, really high tensile strength. Some of the stuff we use this for is our Z-drag to tighten up ropes. We also use this, we can use this to ascend. That means going up. You have to wrap it around the rope a particular way, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Need a pair of gloves. Karen likes gloves without fingers.
I have little hands.
She has little tiny hands and little tiny fingers. So nice padding right here for the rope to slide through. Because when the rope goes through your hand, it does get hot. You have to have gloves on, or you will lose all the skin on the inside of your hand. Oh, we have a seat. This is one of the pre-made seats. Obviously, it does not fit me.
That's mine.
It's Karen's. Mine's at the house. So these you just slide on like a pair of britches. Tighten it up, and everything just hooks to it. The carabiner hooks to it, and then you can hook gear along the sides with these straps if you're climbing or you're rappelling. So with that, who wants to do what next? Action. All right, you're going to use a piece of web here. We're trying to set up kind of a show and tell line. Going to do some seats, going to show some knots on a piece of rope, but thought I'd take the opportunity to show you kind of one of the knots that we use. Basically, it's just a inside figure 4. It's kind of backwards, inside out. Probably not the best colors to be using.
Grab black on black. Grab the bright yellow one, Bob.
Yeah, let me go grab the bright yellow ones. Ta-da! So we're going to do the daisy chain. This way our ropes are and webbing and stuff are all put together, so it packs up real nice and tidy. Again, this stuff is very, very expensive. When it's on the ground, please don't step on it. It's kind of we fuss at you about that. Try not to leave it lay on the ground too long. Get sand. Sand is basically glass. Glass cuts stuff, so the more you have it ground into the fine pieces of the webbing, it tears it up. So again, we're going to do kind of a inside or a backwards square knot to wrap around this tree. So I use my finger, make a kind of just cross it over, whoop, cross it over, and then loop it back behind it and run it up through the hole. That's basically all there is to it. All right. When you look at the knot, it lays nice and flat. Okay, nice and flat. So what we're going to do is we grab the other end and basically we chase it backwards. Okay, so you're going to take it. Here's the tail. Take the new tail, slide it in backwards. All right, follow in the knot. Follow it all the way around. All right, you wrap it around. Keep following it around. All right. Follow it around. Boop-a-doop. And then when you get to it, see this one right here? This one right here? This is the tail piece. Just follow it back in. Maybe. We got this. Nice flat. 2 tails out the end. All right, now we've made one big loop.
That's the 30-foot webbing, sorry.
This is a really long loop. Ta-da! We made it to the end of the loop. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap it around a tree, and we'll show you that here in a minute. And hopefully by then we'll be ready to show you the bowline, show you the figure 8, show you how to use some of the gear I showed you in the beginning, and then hopefully we get Howard and Karen and Ashley all set up and go from there.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm going to show you how to do the bowline knot. So you have your tail. This knot would be used to anchor around a tree or just to make a solid loop to hang from. So here's the end of my rope. This is the end that goes around the tree. You take the end around and through the long end, and then you're going to dump the knot, which what that means is you're going to pull. See how the rope kind of loops up right here all by itself? You take the tail and you're going to go in front and then through the loop that you just made. Kind of looks like a pretzel. As you tighten it up, If it's on a tree, it's going to be much easier. You have your bowline knot, like so.
Hi, I'm Karen. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is the knot that Bob did on the really long piece of webbing, and if you can see, it's around the tree. This is what we would use as an anchor, and then we attached the loop to a carabiner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie a figure 8 knot for you. Gotta get to the end. So to make your figure 8, you're gonna make a loop, make a little tree. You're gonna take your end, which is the bird, and it's gonna fly around the tree and then through the tree. And that's how you make your figure 8 knot. From there, then you would take this, and if you wanted to make it on a bite, which means on a loop, you just make sure you have enough rope, and then you would trace your knot. So you're gonna start at the bottom, and it's gonna go in. It's like cars on a highway. So it goes in, you follow, and since we're still tracing this line right here, we're gonna go around, and it goes back through. Gonna pull up some more slack so we have the rope that we need. So that line right there, we followed that around. It's gonna go continue around. It's gonna go under this. You see that, how it goes under? Pull out some more lines. Around, and then back up. See how it's the doubled, everything's been doubled, just cinch it shut. And you have your figure 8 on a bite. So once we got the figure 8 done, we're gonna actually hook it up to what we had around the tree. So we're just gonna hook our carabiner through here and then lock our carabiner to make sure that it's locked. And then Bob's gonna go ahead and pull on this. So as you see, this system right here against the tree, it's pulling tight and it's around the tree. This is what we would use as an anchor to hold our ropes and lines in place. Okay.
Hi, we're back with the bowline knot that I taught you how to tie earlier. This is just to get rid of the excess rope. Just loose knot.
A little overhand knot.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this knot right here. We've got our locking carabiner right here. We're going to go down hook first, gate, and we're going to hook in her loop. And you see how the carabiner naturally turns gate out, and we're going to lock it. Maybe.
Yep,
There we go.
there we go.
And so now this has become her hanging point. Dana, you want to sit down?
You can kick your feet up.
Sit down. Ah! And there she is in her harness.
Currently this rope is a static rope. This rope has a lot of stretch to it. It's for, I'm sorry. You're correct. It's dynamic rope. Static rope does not have stretch. But what it does is it has a lot of stretch. So if you're using it to climb with, and you would happen to fall, this doesn't stop you like a brick wall. This is going to give you plenty of spring, plenty of rubber band type elasticity, and it's going to not be such a sharp fall. So that's why the sheet, when little tiny thing here just set down, it stretched so far that she touched the ground. So that's kind of what happened there.
Howard on belay got her taken
Yep,
care of, so that's great.
Howard on belay took care of her. Now she's got some elevation, and how she sits there.
Oh, we can spin around.
Well, wait. We can't leave this part out.
Upside down.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
So, as you saw, the bowline was tied. We put some weight on it, not a whole lot. Dana doesn't weigh a whole lot of weight, but when you tighten these knots down, a lot of times some people put a knot in that is a granny knot. The granny knot, and you get it tight, and now you can't get the knot out. If you tie the knot properly and you put weight on it, these knots come out super, super easy. Just grab a hold of it, give it a little wiggle and a little push inward, and see how it opens right up. Everything unties nice and tidy. Everything's easy. Now we have a free rope again. Good knots are easy knots to untie.